Yo guys, what is up? Right, today we're just gonna do a aim video with recoil video with an AK and its fellow rifles to see which we think is best. To begin with, I'll show you the damage they will do. You can see here the damage with a Galil is a 30, whereas with the AK is 36. As you can see, SSG553 30. AWP 115 obviously, but we're not going to focus on the AWP as a rifle. As this gun does 36 damage compared to its other opponents when it comes to rifles, it's pretty important that you know how to use it. You don't want to go into a game and just be constantly holding down your trigger, not actually aiming because you don't understand the recoil of the gun. Lots of people will know that there's different kind of shots you can do with the AK. There's 1 tap, 2 tap, 3 tap. Personally, well, obviously the 1 tap's best, but there'll be times where you've got to come up to the spray. If I show you 1 tapping, as you can see there, they're all closely bunched together, so a head can easily fit. Whereas, if you were to do it from distance still, don't know what that bullet did up there. You can see there is distance between them, but they're all closely bunched together, so you're more than likely to hit your shots. With a 2 tap, you'll see they're still quite bunched together, so at least one of those shots you should really be hitting. Whereas, as again, from distance, they're still fairly close together, so you should be hitting the shots. Now, it comes up to 3 shots, it gets a lot more difficult because due to the recoil. As you can see there, they're still quite close together, but one of those shots is definitely going to miss. From distance, you can see they're not as close as they could be. I'll carry on showing you the AK. Sorry about the runtime. I haven't, my console buttons commands not working for some reason. So again, 3 tap from distance. Fairly close together. That's really it. I do not really say 4 tap works, but I'll have a look. As you can see, 4 tap does not really work. You got a massive gap up here. It's not very close at all. When it comes to the actual recoil side of things, you're better off holding down and left. As you can see, that's all closely linked together. Whereas if you do not push down your mouse, then your aim's just, they're still close together, you'll argue, but nowhere near the head. So this is when I'm holding left, aiming left and going down on my mouse. You can see, discard those, ignore those ones. You can see here they're all that close together, so spray wise you should be hitting. Whereas if I wasn't to hold down left and just pulled down my AK, they're not as close as that. So obviously, showing you the recoil wise, if you can get this AK spot on, then you can see that the bullets are going to be very, very active. Whereas, if you go into a game and do not know how to use the AK and try, you'll be better off using something like a P90, as your bullets will just be just as active as they would with the P90 if you do not know how to properly use an AK. It has 30 clips per mag, so that's enough bullets for kills, and I believe it has 36 damage, so that is a high amount of damage. So you do not really want to be missing any of the kills. I'd just like to say thank you to you guys that have liked, commented, subscribed and watched my vids. So as you can see, sorry about that, as you can see, bullets are closely linked together when you one tap. 2 tap, 2 tap, 3 tap, and then spraying. I would show you, but I fucking run out of ammo. So as you've seen so far, the AK damage is very good if you can do it and master the recoil. Right, so coming down now from the AK, you can see that 36 damage, fire rate's high, recoil control high, so you need to be good at it. Accurate range 31 meters, mobility 215, armor penetration 77.5. So that is a beast of a weapon if you can use it correctly. Now we're coming to the Galil. On the Galil, you see 30 damage, fire rate high, recoil control is pretty high, accurate range 23 meters, it does not fire anywhere near as long as the AK, 215 mobility, and 77.5 armor penetration, same as the AK. So it does less damage, but it's just as important that you get your shots off. With a Galil, however, one taps, they're still goddamn pretty accurate. When it comes to the 2 taps, however, I mean 1 taps from distance are still accurate as well. They're still pretty goddamn accurate, and for an armor penetration at 77.5, this gun can do a lot of damage. Now moving on to 2 taps. You can see that a head could easily fit in between those bullets. They're all accurate on top of each other. So you're more than likely to get a kill. You're more than likely to get a kill because they're all accurate. 3 tap I don't think works with the Galil. But they're not as accurate as it should be. So with a Galil you can do a lot of damage if you know how to use it correctly. Same again with the Galil. As you can see here, the spraying is a lot more accurate than an AK. So AK's here. That's me without holding down. Galil's here. It's a lot more accurate than the AK. So some people think that the Galil is just as good as the AK47. I recommend using the same tactic, holding down and aiming left, because it's just as accurate. as an AK would be, and the recoil on it's not that bad. You'll also notice in the bottom right hand corner of the screen where my ammo clip is, 35 out of 90, so the Galil actually holds an extra 5 bullets in the AK47. This then means you've got an extra 5 bullets, which will help you get the extra kill that you need in the game. So the aiming is just as accurate on a Galil as it is on the AK. The Galil is good on scenarios such as your eco rounds or just after you've won your pistol round, as you'll be left with money at the end of it, and also you don't want to buy too big in case you lose and give their team AKs. So in my opinion, the Galil is perfect for pistol rounds after you've won the first, because the 1-clicks are accurate, the 2-clicks are accurate, and of course the 3-clicks. This is why some opinions say that it's better than the AK47. However, due to the extra 6 damage that the AK47 gives, I personally think that the AK47 is the god of the gun, and if used correctly, it's better than the AWP and the M4. Because the 1-clicks on the AK are insane, whereas on the Galil, they're still good, but not as powerful due to the 6 damage that is lost. Right, now moving on from the Galil, we're going to show you we're going to show you some of the CT sided guns, probably starting, no, scrap that. We're going to show you the UMP. A lot of people say the UMP is not a good weapon. 1 taps on it, as you can see, they're accurate, but they're not as accurate as the AK47. From distance then, they're still alright accuracy wise, but they're not as accurate as AK47 would be. The problem also with the UMP is it does a lot less damage than the AK47 would do. I can quickly check how much damage it does for you, but the UMP is a bit of a underrated gun for me, as I've just shown you. The 1 and 2 taps are very strong, very accurate, and therefore, used in the right hands, I think it's I wouldn't say as good as the other guns, but it has good ammo, 25 bullets a mag, and you have 100 bullets to reload with, so therefore you've got a lot of damage you can possibly do with the UMP. And not much can really go wrong, to be honest with you. Using it in a good scenario, it's just as good gun as any other gun. However, from distance, the UMP45 does struggle to keep its accuracy. As you can see here, the distance between those 2 bullets are too great, and the distance between those two, you can see most bullets are accurate, they're accurate, they're accurate, they're accurate, but the distance between them from range is quite large. Right, as you can see here, the damage is actually 35 on the UMP45, but the accurate range, as you see, 15 meters. The mobility 230, armor penetration 65, which is lower than the AK47, and the fire rate is much lower, as you can see here. So, that's all I was planning on showing you. I will be doing a AWP video. If you just keep an eye on my channel, keep a look at it, and you'll see that being uploaded. As personally, for me, this is the best weapon in the game, and it's my favourite also. So if you keep an eye on my videos, you'll see the up video and how to fire properly with it, etc. Good plays, stuff like that. Thank you so much, guys, for watching my videos, subscribing, liking, commenting, and maybe even tell your mates about it. I do appreciate it, as it will help me out loads, and I just want more people to see these videos and let me know what they think of them. So yeah, please subscribe, comment and like. That's it for this one, guys. I hope you like the aiming tutorial and how to master your recoil on the AK, the UMP45, and of course the Galil. Cheers guys, peace out.